Welcome, Simgiget, Sigamahanak, White Goober Wilset, Chiefs, Chiefstesses, and honored guests. Today we're going to be doing balsam pitch pockets. It's awesome medicine for anything that's dealing with a chest cold or anything else like that. It's also good for diabetes. I'll read about that later on. But I just wanted to show you what the tree looks like and how to harvest the plant as well. So last night I knew I was coming out to harvest, so I prepared myself for that to make sure that the carnivores aren't going to be out here endangering me in any way. It was a beautiful day yesterday. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and today it's raining, so we're getting blessed today. As odd as it sounds, it was dusty, it was, things like that, and the Creator blessed me by postponing me yesterday, bringing me today. We also have a pink moon, they call it, or a full moon. They're rare, but when you gather medicines at the full moon, hola, it is awesome medicine. It's sweet and it's not as strong. And so right in behind me here is the balsam tree. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up what that looks like. And what we're after are all these little pitch pockets. See those? That's what we want, those little pitch pockets that are all over the tree. And when we're gathering this, we try not to go down to the wood. We try to get it just to the red of the plant. And so I'll show you a little bit how we do that. You have to have a very sharp knife when you're doing that as well. Or I found a machete that works really well. And I like using gloves. If I had plastic rubber gloves, I would probably wear those. It's very sticky stuff that we're doing here. And remember, never gather more than you need. And never gather it on a tree that's all by itself. I always make sure that there's brothers and sisters around to take care of it after we take a little bit of the bark off of it. What we don't know is that every single one of these trees are all connected by the roots one way or the other, especially if a tree gets damaged. Another species will come in, connect the roots, and start sending all of its healthy goodness to the tree that's damaged. And so sometimes when I come out here, I'll see these branches here, they're all dead and look. Well, the plant is doing everything it can to keep that alive. So if I wanted to, I would disconnect that, and now the tree itself will start bringing its energy and its goodness to the non-dead parts of the tree, rather than trying to keep the injured part alive. And so when we're doing this, you always do prayer first. If you're closed-minded, or if you're kind of still a racist a little bit, it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with honoring and respecting the living plant and giving that plant understanding that you respect it, right? And so I'm going to use the word prayer, which is okay, right? My mixture, you can use tobacco. What I did was the Devil's Club, the juniper, the mullein, and the actual tobacco, the wild tobacco, and the tobacco that you smoke. I mixed it all together. You don't necessarily have to just use tobacco. So don't be dogmatic at that of, oh, I wanted to do it, but I had no tobacco. It's something of value to you that you offer to the plant that you're gathering. And you always do it before you take the life of any of the plants. And so you always throw intent towards it of, well, what do I want you to do, right? And I'm going to give you guys the learner's prayer. As you go along and as you learn more and more about the medicines itself, you can add those in, asking the plant to do that for whoever may receive it, right? And so I always do it in my left hand, because the left hand, there's a nerve that runs from your ring finger right to your heart. And so when I give with my left hand, it feels as if I'm giving from my heart, right? And so to the balsam tree, I offer you this tobacco to show this sacred mixture, to show my gratitude and appreciation for giving up part of your life so that we may use you only in a positive way while making medicines. I ask that you share your magical powers, your spiritual powers, and your healing powers with whoever may need it. Oh, and then you just sprinkle your tobacco on or whatever you have on there. And from there, you're ready to go. Never take too much off of any one plant, right? And so what I found over the years is machete works really good. It's got a really sharp edge on here like a saw. So I just put cardboard and then duct taped over top of it so that I can go like that with it. And when you're doing your medicines, make sure your tools are sharp. It's just makes life so much easier, right? And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take some of this, and like I said, I want to get at those pitch pockets. I don't want to get to the wood, I just want to get to the little bit of the red, right? And so I'm going to just start from up here. And you'll notice I just got to the red. I didn't actually get to the wood of the tree, so I don't have to harm it as much, right? And I'm going to take a little bit here, a little bit there. So that I have it. And then and you can see you can actually get quite a bit, some fairly good chunks out of that and strips, right? 1, 2, 3. Four. And you don't necessarily have to do the 4. I do the 4 just because it's a sacred number. And it makes me feel comfortable that taking 4 strips off of one tree should be good, right? So that's that. That's the balsam, part of the 5 Alive ingredients that we use. I won't talk to anybody about it unless I'm doing like one-on-one teachings of the 5 Alive. Never teach the mixtures frivolously. Make sure the people are worthy of that information, that they'll respect how you do the process. Awesome. Woo, mosquitoes everywhere.